One of the things that I wanted to focus on was the interior technology. I mean, this is really impressive stuff. I'm going to go ahead up and I'll put this up on the screen here, but explain us a little bit about the interiors of these vehicles and how much technology has been put into them. You can see here just the dash and that huge screen. I think it's going to be bigger than another stock that I will mention. But, it'll be interesting to watch how the technology here is in just the dash alone, let alone if we kind of scroll a little lower and start seeing moments like this. I mean, if I can be a passenger riding like this in an electric vehicle and what I've been looking at, autonomous vehicles, this looks exciting to me. Tell us a little bit about this, Aaron.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate the excitement I hear in your voice. I mean, that's exactly the same way, we looked at it and reacted, when we first started to kind of understand, how unique this vehicle, really is. You mentioned the 27-inch monitor. It's mind-blowing. I mean, you can imagine being, in the backseat of that car, right? This was really designed not just for the driver and all the performance we discussed, but also for the passenger. And I think that'll play well globally. And you mentioned DraftKings to kind of, picture yourself in the back with sports on, and it's truly, exciting. I would say the kind of patents in and around, first the kind of NASA-inspired zero gravity seats, just kind of thinking of the first few things that come to mind. 60% recline. I mean, that's greater than what you would find in a Bentley or a Rolls Royce or any other vehicle in the market. Most legroom in class. It's luxury materials across the board. There are individual sound zones for passengers. And it's not just the 27-inch screen in the back. There are 100 inches of screens and displays throughout the vehicle. So again, it's going to be, when I say era defining, I believe that's the right way to describe it.
Definitely. One thing I definitely can see is that the focus on technology here is beyond just what you would normally see in a vehicle. As much as, the screen on the passenger side, I like that idea. I haven't seen that one, and that was very interesting, just to include something on the passenger side. I mean, a lot of times as a passenger, you kind of are on your phone, right?
Sure.
And so a screen in front of you giving you access to do certain things, that seems pretty interesting to me. So one last thing that I'd mention from the presentations is kind of when we get into the leaders in performance here. And this is interesting for me because I'm a big performance guy, and I've heard a lot about that Porsche EV, but I mean, just look at the horsepower here, guys. 1,050 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.4, range of 378 miles, and a charge time 25 minutes here. Man, that's pretty impressive results there. Is this kind of some of the things that you were definitely considering when you picked this company, Aaron?
Absolutely. We've taken a long-term view. This wasn't underwritten over a short period of time. I think, as the market starts to understand and see what we see, it's going to be clear. And again, to your point, this is extreme across the board, with regards to technology and innovation. And so, yeah, no, I absolutely think that's the case. And I really appreciate you framing it that way.